on a bike. Whoa. It's raining. It's been raining all day. And yeah, I don't know if I can even do this properly. But whatever, we're gonna do it anyways. So it's evening time. I'm in my rain gear, but I don't have any rain shoes or boots. I'm wearing just some running shoes. And today, when I got to work, my socks were soaked, of course, and I went to the convenience store and I bought another pair of socks, which I'm wearing right now. And yeah, so now the mic's gonna get really wet. Yesterday's recording, I had kind of the mic inside of my jacket. I thought it would be better for some reason, but the jacket was open, but it was kind of inside at the same time. And then so there was some like rubbing or ka-tung going on the whole time. So yeah, that didn't work. Okay, let me safely cross here. Today's topic is dreams in the rain. Sorry. So, why was the topic? So Mia was telling me about her dream, which she had a few dreams. Like, we always talk about our dreams. Sometimes we forget. Maybe a couple times I woke her up in the middle of the night to tell her my dream. For some, that might sound like the worst thing possible. But she's told me some dreams too in the middle of the night, and I welcome them. So her latest dream that she told me about, and she told me about it in the morning, was something about, I can't remember exactly. It was chimpanzee, baby chimpanzee, which was like a cross. It was actually the baby of I believe a woman and a chimpanzee. And yeah, anyways, yeah, I don't know if she wants me to tell this dream, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But dreams are weird, you know. And I also have some dreams that are like pretty much lucid. They happen rarely because I don't really try to get that. I don't practice anything to help me dream a certain way. But yeah, I've had lucid dreams where I guess they're called lucid dreams, where you wake up inside of your dream. And I shouldn't talk so loud because there's people here. So you wake up inside of your dreams and you realize you're dreaming, and the quality of the environment, or the way you perceive the environment, is just as real as in your waking life. And it does retain a dreamlike feeling, which I'll get to in a moment. But for me, what happens is I realize I'm dreaming. I wake up in the dream. I see everything clearly. I get really excited. I'm like, wow, I'm dreaming. This is a dream. This is a dream. And then what I've done on, like, let's say one occasion was I tried to inspect the materials around me, like closer, have a closer look at like wood, or one time it was the fabric. I was in an elevator and there was a woman in front of me wearing like a business suit, and she was facing the other way, so I was just looking at her back, trying to make out the fabric, because I thought that would be a good way to make sense of that world. Like, what is it, And what ended up happening is the more I looked, the more blurry it got. And I've done this on a handful of occasions, and it's always been like that. I don't know, if it's me, or if this is just, if it cannot be resolved. I can't see any smaller detail, and usually what happens after that is I start to lose hold on this world. It becomes less clear to me, and I have less control over my behavior suddenly. So let that be a lesson to me. Maybe I shouldn't try to do that again. Yeah, I've done it like on that fabric, and I remember at least one other occurrence where I was looking at a fence, a wooden fence, but not like a nice, like wooden fence, but more like something you'd see on a hiking trail, kind of like nice, and I mean it is nice in either case, but more like it blends in with nature, but it's clearly like a log that's been put on top of other logs. So I was looking at that more carefully, and I just couldn't see it. It got pixelated. Okay, so dreams. The nature of dreams. So the different hypotheses that I've read about or heard were that dreaming is a way of our brain to go through like the connections in your neurons, in the cells in your head, in your brain, and then to kind of weed out what is relevant and what is irrelevant, and then strengthening certain connections. Maybe, I don't know if I read that at all, but at least the first part, it's like just doing some maintenance on your neural pathways, and then that's just what it ends up looking like for some reason. Could be that the way everything is wired always leads to some kind of story. Like the brain needs to interpret things in some kind of story setting, some kind of possible life experience. So yeah, let me pass this person. So I like dreaming. If I had remembered earlier that this is my topic, maybe I would have looked at some of my dreams that I remember. I remember another lucid dream, which was so I had control, and I felt a little bit I had desire in my loins, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you dream and they're a bit of a sexual nature, so I had this desire in my reproductive organs, and when you could really feel it, and so suddenly the dream became lucid, like meaning I had full control over it, or as much as, at least for temporarily I had full control, and I really wanted to, do it. This was maybe like 15 years ago, I don't know. And it just so happened that there was a woman lying, I believe she was naked, on a bed. And I still remember kind of what the room looked like. I could still see it in my head. And the lady laying there. Now, if you want to, for a moment, imagine this lady, go ahead. Imagine what I might be seeing. Well, okay. Whatever you were seeing, imagining, it's probably very wrong. She was like almost like a mummy, She's very skinny and like a corpse almost, but she was alive, you know. But in the dream, she wouldn't be alive in real life, but in the dream she was still alive. It was like a corpse, and a bony mummy, like a unearthed mummy like corpse. And I don't know if she was tied to the bed, I can't remember that, but she was spread. And then I was like, you know, this is my like opportunity to have some kind of fantasy in my dream. But I get the the short end of the stick. Is that the expression? So I lucked out. No, I didn't luck out. Oh, is that it? I lucked out means I got lucky. I struck out. I didn't strike out. I had the opportunity. Anyways, the conditions were not favorable, but I had that feeling I needed to get it done. And I knew that she wasn't real, and that she wasn't supposed to be that willing either. Like, she didn't really want to, but she had no power anyways. It's my dream, and she was practically dead. So you might be wondering, did I do it? And no, I did not do it. I don't remember. I don't think it's because I didn't want to do it. I think it's just because I just lost control of the dream or woke up or something. Okay. That was me. I'm on a bike.